Radio Icengelo, restoring everything in Christ with love and truth. Sincere apologies for bringing the news late. This was due to circumstances beyond our control. However, good afternoon with the main news. I'm Justina Matandiko Mkoka. The headlines: Church to continue supplementing government efforts. Expectations high following the taking over of Mopani, and Nkana under pressure. And now the main news in detail. A Catholic priest in Chilabombwe has described the church as a strategic partner in fostering development. St. Pius Lubengele Parish priest Chalo Chonde reiterated that the church has continued to supplement government efforts in taking development to the people. Speaking to Radio Icengelo News in Chilabombwe this afternoon, Father Chonde also said that the church would continue offering counsel to all political players.
With the state. And the role of the church is to purify the politics, to purify the whatever the civic leaders are doing. Our role is to be the voice of the voiceless. Our role is to give counsel. Our role is to encourage them to know God and to love the people they are working with. And our aim also is not to be partisan. We should remain non-partisan.
And parishioners at St. Pius Lubengele Parish have held Chilabombwe Member of Parliament Richard Musuka for donating a Rosa bus to the parish. They told Radio Icengelo News in Chilabombwe today that the donated bus has eased transportation challenges at the parish.
Parish tukazana ku transport ku booking tuna outsiders na pakutusenda limbi bali tutava church so pali nomba twakola fyakangwa kanono kakwati katwafuisha ko ifyo turegulirwamo katutwala ko tureya na parish na yakula pokera kabukumu no nkaba akanono kakwati amafuta ile tureyishira foyebe
bukumu akankonkanya apana kabiri ukulondolwilamo umulimo wakwalesa mupai tugetotera kuri baye mupia pashiri pakoleka
Chakwa fukuta shafie kuri baye mupia uleso osho bachitire letfere somwine iwishikira mbaka papera.
A civic leader in Chingola has spoken against the involvement of youths in political violence ahead of this year's polls. Kabundi Ward Councillor Brian Banda expressed worry that some politicians are in the habit of using young people as tools of violence, especially during elections. Speaking to Radio Icengelo News in Chingola, Councillor Banda is also urging youths to only support politicians who have a vision for them.
So tulitekele misepera sesu okwebati nga twashikusha kuima papena apa twashifwaire fya kuchita nishi future ya Zambia natukwata nonge misepera nga shaona ikanga shikana mafya mabwalwa nokula pepa wafwaka nishi tapali ko tuleya ndeti tafe eti misepera sesu kwebati ero twayingira muni uno 2021 umwaka wa election ndefwayo kwebati mwenisepera mufume kuri umusango wa kwebati bambo kuna mibonfya wa politician bantu wa politician ndio babashupa.
4 people who were arrested after a botched theft of 132,000 have today appeared in the Ndola Magistrate Court and have been slapped with 5 years imprisonment. The 4, who included a female, were arrested by the police after a vehicle they were in sped off with stolen money and later collided with a truck at Jacaranda in Ndola. The 4, who looked calm in the court, pleaded guilty to the charge of theft, and 3 men were sentenced 5 years imprisonment with hard labor, while a female was slapped 5 years simple imprisonment. Despite pleading guilty, the accused differed with the police on the amount which was recovered. Police said 122,000 kwacha was recovered, but the accused said all the money was recovered, amounting to 132,000 kwacha, 48 ngwe. They have been identified as Owen Simama, 48, a Zimbabwean, Norman Nguni, 47, Charles Lunga, 45, and Ethel Ambai, who appeared before the magistrate Obista Musukwa this afternoon. Expectations are high among stakeholders in the mining industry as ZTMIH and Glencore finalizes the taking over of Mopani by today. The National Union of Miners and Allied Workers, NUMAO, says it expects government to find an equity partner will enhance productivity at Mopani. Nomao National Treasurer So Simujika says the mine union also expects government to mobilize resources so that miners at Mopani are paid like is the case at KCM. Mr. Simujika spoke to Radio Icengelo News today.
After those, then we can have an equity partner coming in to quickly take over the operations, of course, together with the government through the CCM, the operations of Mupani. Of late, we have seen low productivity at Mupani. Of course, it's because of uncertainty. Even the managers that are working are not sure the exact direction where we are going. So there is that as a fair kind of attitude in their input. And when that is done, we also expect that our members are paid off whatever they worked for under Mupani.
And in a separate interview, former president of the Association of Mine Suppliers and Contractors, William Fonka, wants local contractors to fully benefit once ZCMIH takes over full control of Mopani. Mr. Mfonka further suggested that an equity partner to be engaged should put the interest of the local people first.
Best ourselves and look for mines as exchange hands, and we need to support them and see how best we can deliver. Well, my hope is that they won't do a KCM where only a few selected individuals are benefiting. So we hope the other European countries will see benefit of the local persons and business communities to take over.
The Zambia Consumers Association, ZACA, has welcomed the decision by the Board of Commissioners of the Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, CCPC, for punishing erring cement companies. The Board of Commissioners of CCPC has fined Lafarge Zambia plc and Impande Limestone for price fixing and division of markets, while Dangote Cement Zambia Limited was granted full leniency for having cooperated with the Commission during investigations. ZACA Executive Secretary Juba Sakala says the development gives confidence consumers complaints redress and also acts as a warning to all would-be offenders or cartels that no one is above the law. Mr. Sakala has also urged the relevant authorities to consider extending the investigations following the escalating prices of cooking oil and sugar.
The Board of Commissioners of CCPC released the findings, and the cement companies found wanting had been punished. And this also gives confidence to consumers that their complaint has been heard, and it also sends a message to all who would be offenders or cartels that when they are caught, the law will not spare them. We hope the said price by commissioners on the market for cement will be adhered. And we also want to see the investigations being extended to cooking oil and cement, because we feel in cooking oil there's also a cartel as well as in sugar.
Cardinal Charles Mangbo has said the merciless killings of protesters following a February 1 military coup have turned Burma into a 21st century Calvary. In an Easter message posted on the Facebook page of Yangon Archdiocese, March 31st, the Cardinal referred to the epistle to the Romans in which St. Paul offers consolation to suffering Christians who were said crucified unjustly. According to the Catholic News Agency website, Bo said that the country, officially known as Myanmar, was experiencing the saddest days in its history. In sports, Nkana Football Club will this afternoon return to Fast Super Division action when they host Green Buffaloes at Nkana Stadium in Kitwe. Struggling Kalampa, number 16th on the table, with 20 points from 17 matches played, while visiting Buffaloes are placed 14th with 22 points from 21 matches. Both teams are seeking an improved performance after struggling in the first round of the current season. Buffaloes beat Nkana 5-0 in the two teams' last meeting in November last year. This news broadcast comes to you in the community service of Radio Icengelo with compliments of Moose Milling and Go TV, Broadcasting Zambia Limited, and our international news is monitored from the BBC. Madagascar has changed tact and decided to join the global COVID-19 vaccine initiative COVAX. Minister of Public Health, Professor Jean-Louis Rocco-Tavao, said in a video posted on the ministry's official Facebook page that there are still many steps to be taken before access to the vaccines, but the registration is already an important step in the process. Madagascar had initially indicated that it would not participate in the COVAX initiative. It said it would rather use a local traditional remedy known as COVID organics. The remedy is available in tea and pill form and was touted as a cure for COVID-19 by President Andre Rajoelina. Malawian President Lazarus Chakwera on Wednesday postponed the announcement of a new cabinet lineup, saying he needed more time. His office said he had received cabinet assessment reports from Vice President Saulos Chilima on Wednesday and could not make the changes immediately, as the reports were substantial and needed the president's thorough review. The president had on Monday told Malawians that there would be a cabinet reshuffle in 48 hours. And finally, the World Health Organization, WHO, has criticized the rollout of coronavirus vaccines in Europe as being unacceptably slow. It also says the situation in the region is more worrying than it has been for several months. Vaccination campaigns in much of Europe have been hit by delays, and the number of infections is rising. France is the latest country to announce new lockdown measures lasting 4 weeks. And that item brings us to the end of our main news. We take a look at the stories that made headlines. Church to continue supplementing government efforts. Expectations high following the taking over of Mopani, and Nkana under pressure. Friends, for these and more stories, you can visit our Facebook page. Log on to Facebook and like the Radio Icengelo page and link to radioicengelo.radio12345.com. On behalf of the entire news team and Chipoya Kalma, technician on duty, I'm Justina Matandikomkoka, wishing you a wonderful afternoon.